This one thing will give you more confidence in retirement. One thing, and I completely agree with this article from the American Society of Pension Professionals Actuaries. Doesn't get much more exciting than that. The ASPPA. What are you doing? Dogs over there, knuckleheads. They talk about the EBRI study about retirement confidence. No, he's barking at Pablo, so we're going to bring Pablo up here to join us. Isn't that right, Stone Pablo? All right, right here. The biggest boost in confidence seems to come from having a retirement plan. The biggest boost in confidence has a retirement plan. Now, why would that be? All right, so remember, we have many people. In fact, I'll just read this to you real quick because I think you'll find this of interest. Right here. While over half of retirees say their overall expenses in retirement are higher than they originally expected, nearly 80% say they're able to spend money how they want. Interesting. Within reason, of course. Moreover, despite those higher than expected costs, significantly more retirees this year say their overall lifestyle retirement is better than expected. All right. Hold on a second. And more than 2/3 of retirees agree that they're having the retirement lifestyle they envisioned. Interesting. Interesting. And again, the biggest reason comes from having a retirement plan. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot tell you how many people, I'm going to let the dog out. I can't tell you how many people I talk to. We crunch the numbers. They're like, man, I didn't know. I didn't know. I know you didn't know. Because what my retirement, Finnegan, what my retirement planning requires you to do, you want to come up? I want to say hi to everybody? Okay. Ouch. He just nipped me. He's trying to get me to play with him. And when I try to grab his toy, he's like, ow. Anyway, what my retirement plan does is it forces you to put the data in the system. And a lot of people have never done that before. They're just going on blind assumptions. And I said, no, if you're going to spend all this money on me, doggone, you better get it freaking done right. Don't just throw something against the wall and hope it sticks. And when you do that, you start saying, oh, like I was just talking to people today. Crushing, right here in the good old state of Georgia, the Peachtree State. Between their Social Security alone, they both get $3,500 a month of Social Security. If my lump of coal up there says 3,500 times 2, that's $7,000 a month, which is $84,000 a year in Social Security. No debt. I mean, again, I just talk about this all the time. They're like, so how much you spend? Well, $80,000 a year, $90,000 a year. All right, so of that, 84 has come from Social, and they got a good-sized portfolio too. I said, what? Huh? You're not running out of money, and they can be all in cash. Now, Finn, why are you doing that, buddy? They can be all in cash without taking any risk. But now they know. It's like we just crunched the numbers to show you. These numbers are real. Now, the expense numbers is the big one. Are those expense numbers true? I was talking to this guy the other day. He had it all in a Quicken spreadsheet. I was like, dude, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man. These numbers are true. I mean, they might not be. You're the one who gave it to me. But, I mean, you're going to lie to me so I can make it feel good? Doesn't make any sense. He goes, yeah, I'm spending $4,500 a month. I said, that included health insurance, yeah. And I was talking to this lady just the other day, and she doesn't have that much money. She says she only spends $1,000 a month. Well, she said $1,200 a month. I said, does that include taxes? Yeah, she's a widow. She doesn't have that much. She has a little bit of money, but not a huge amount of money, $200,000 or so. And she gets a small Social Security because WEP affects her. And I tell you, they got to get rid of the windfall elimination provision. I tell you, man, Republicans, hear me out. Your base, a lot of these people are your base, all right? Anyway, so we changed the freaking expenditures from $1,200 to $1,000 a month because she thought she was paying $200 a month in income taxes, and not anywhere near, because when she's just relying on Social Security and after-tax income from her, come on, Uppy, come on, everyone wants to see you. From her, she has non-qualified annuities that basically has already paid tax on the bulk of it. She's not having any income, any taxable income. There's no tax on Social Security if all the other money is from non-qualified annuities. That means you get a little bit of interest payment, but not much, because she didn't have that much to begin with. At most, she's getting $10,000 a year of interest. So she's not paying any taxes. You see what I'm saying? I was like, and you had 20% of your budget was going to taxes. And again, she's on the lower side of income and only making $1,200 a month is what her expenses are. But you factor in $200 a month taxes that she's not going to have to pay. She now has a plan to be confident. And yet, before we ran the plan, it looked dire for her. I mean, before I got involved, because she was overbilling herself for taxes. That's a 20% hit to her income stream. We immediately eliminated because she's not got any taxes to pay, or just very few, not nearly 200. I mean, literally the first. She probably won't have any taxes ever until she's like, well beyond where she's actually dipping into her IRA, and even that'll be like freaking 10 cents on, on $100 would be tiny, if even that. I don't even think it's gonna be any taxes. But the point is, she can now go with confidence because we did a retirement plan. Don't just freaking half-ass this. Know your expenses. And when you're running software, make sure you're not double dipping. Make sure you don't say, I got taxes, healthcare, mortgage on top of my pre-retirement expense, my retirement expenses. No, we don't want your retirement expenses in one bucket. Well, you can have that, not my software, because we have your retirement expenses, which include going out to eat, going out to eat, filling up your car with gas, utilities, all that. On top of that, we have separate line items for healthcare, for income taxes, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and all that right there. So you gotta separate these things. You do all the grunt work. I just say, hey, this looks good. That looks a little bit odd to me, but let's run with it. You do the grunt work. You can see it in people's eyes on these Zooms. They're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't get it. I guess you're right. And look, I've had to tell people they can't retire, not many. Because once you have a plan, you take the time to figure out what your spendings are. And then you say, oh, I'm spending $7,000 a month. Well, where's that money going to come from? It's going to come from Social Security. I get $5,000 a month in Social Security. All right, so you need $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. $24,000. What are you chomping on, buddy? $24,000 a year divided by 0.05. That means you need $480,000 to match that $7,000 a month. Are we going to actually spend $7,000 a month each and every month until we die, adjust for inflation? No, but either way. Do you have $480,000 in which to spend $7,000 a month, of which $5,000 a month comes from Social Security? No. Are we really going to spend $7,000 a month then? What was that $7,000 a month? Oh, I had healthcare twice in there. How did you have it twice? Because I had $5,000 a month. I had $7,000 a month for healthcare. Excuse me, $5,000 a month for healthcare. I'm like, well, we have healthcare someplace else. We're double billing you. So your actual spending is $6,000 a month or $5,000. It happens all the time. Don't double bill yourself. But the point being is you got to have a plan to figure this stuff out. All right. Love your thoughts. God bless. We'll see you.